Hey guys, just thought I'd show you what I was up to here. It's November 17th, I think. It's about 32 degrees out right now. I'm just down from my house. We live right up there. We're expecting lows in the mid to upper 20s tonight. I'm going camping. I'm going. Y'all have never been tent camping in the winter. You're absolutely missing out. Old spot today. I usually go, up somewhere high in a mountain, with a great view or whatever, something like that, something along those lines. But this year, this is the first time out this year, I've picked a little spot down by the river. Should be really nice and extra cold. So we'll see. So let's head on over. Had to make me a quick pit stop to get some bait. I know they're probably not going to be biting or anything, but I'm going to try some winter fishing technique that I read about. They say that they puddle up in the deep spots. It just happens to be a really, really deep spot right next to where I'm camping at. So I brought a couple catfish poles, brought my fly poles, and just stopped to grab some chicken liver and stuff, and heading on up from here. Okay, right here. This is home for the next day or so. Expecting 28 tonight, I think. 25 to 28, something like that. We're down by the river, so it should be a little bit colder than, the rest. But I came down and checked this out beforehand, and it's not exactly level, but it's close enough. I brought me a rake. I'm gonna fix it up real quick. Sun's trying to come out. It'd be nice. But there's the Can-Am. Came down there, and right here, check this out. This is my front yard for the next little while, the next day or so. So I'm gonna go get my rake out. A lot of coyote tracks all over the place. You can see where they've been here. Look at that one. All over the place here. So I'm gonna get my stuff out and get started. All right. I took my rake, got me a little level spot made up top. Went ahead and made me a little fire pit right here. Got a little wood burning barbecue grill. I'll show it to you a little bit later. It's kind of get you around some of the legalities of an open fire, because it's not an open fire. It's a wood burning barbecue grill. But while I was at it, I went ahead and took the rake and made me a little dock and made me a little walkway, get around the ATV or side by side where I can get all my stuff. But I'll be making a double walled, it's a mid-sized tent. I'm using a cabin tent today. I normally, cold weather camping, I use a small one. Holds heat better. The only thing you want to avoid is, like, we have a big teepee tent and it's got mesh on top, and you can't seal that. What you want something solid, a solid wall. But I'll be using a cabin tent, mid-sized cabin tent, for the inner layer, and then the outer layer will be a heavy tarp, heavy-duty tarp, rubberized tarp. And of course I'll have heat and all that stuff. Several different kinds, as a matter of fact. I'll show you some of those. Some of the options you can use, that sort of thing. But I guess if everybody's ready, we'll head on over and start putting camp together. May not be the prettiest, but that will take some abuse. Alright, I'm gonna start gathering up some other stuff, some firewood, turn the camera off for a while, get some other stuff done. See you guys in a few. Thought I'd show you a little spot that I picked out. That's the deep spot right there. If I was gonna try catfishing, that'd be the spot. You know, it's all shallows and all that. Once the water gets cold, they say they tend to puddle in the deep spots. So we'll see if we get around to it or not. If not, check out the view. Just look at that. This is my little playground for the evening. Check this out, how cool this place looks. Little shells, freshwater clams. About 45 degrees, give or take. Let's check that out. How pretty is that? Little creek comes out right here. That's what it's all about right there, isn't it? Beautiful. Little tire swing. Look at that. Should have mentioned earlier, in case anybody mentions it, I know that I put the back two poles on upside down on the tent. I've had that thing from the 80s. It just holds the back up better, makes it straighter, stand up in it a little bit better. But you know, it's pretty much ready. You know, we've got the heaters already in there, and I'll show you a couple of those. But I'm cheating today. I got Duraflame logs, and there's that little grill I was telling you about. It's just a wood-burning barbecue grill. That's all it is. But, you know, it's not an open flame now, is it? Has little legs just sink down into the sand or dirt or whatever, and you're good to go. Figured I'd put him by the river. If I want to put it out or whatever, I can just knock it over into the water. If I have to, put it out. But anyway, I don't think we will. But anyway, I'm going to get settled in, relax a little bit, maybe grab a snack, a squirrel. Just kidding. Don't hate me. I'm not really going to shoot the squirrel. All right. For dinner, we're having biscuits and gravy, dehydrated. Add boiling water, wait 5 minutes, and enjoy. For dessert, it's a dehydrated ice cream sandwich. We'll see what that's like. All right, we are ready to try it. We got the biscuits and gravy, and we've let it sit, followed the directions. It looks pretty good. I stirred it a minute ago. We'll see. Kind of looks biscuit and gravy. Looks about right. Not bad. That'll remind you of Thanksgiving stuffing. Not bad. Now for the ice cream sandwich. Dehydrated ice cream sandwich. Hard as a rock. Uh-huh. That's not bad. That's really good. I like it. Kind of like a Christmas candy cane. A little bit softer. It's good. You can taste the ice cream, the cookie, the chocolate. Tastes just like a regular ice cream sandwich. Just not, well, it is cold. It's about 40 out here right now, so yeah, it's technically cold, but not, frozen. Very brittle. Little pieces break off of it. Yeah, got my tent all set up, got everything good to go. Little stack of firewood over here, another stack over there. Should be good to go. Sun just now went behind the mountain, so it's about to get cold. Like I said, we're expecting 25, 28 tonight, something like that, so it should be fun. But anyhow, talk to you in a few. Good. Just on the other side of the river on West Virginia side. I'm in Kentucky. Got my little stuff all set up. We're ready. Biscuits and gravy's pretty good, actually. They should have went with Thanksgiving style, stuffing and things like that. Italian, sage, would have been better. But not bad. Not bad for, throw some hot water on it. Wait 5 minutes. It's nice, ain't it? It's warm, too. Just hanging out by the fire and sipping on some coffee. Got me some hot coffee ready. But let me see here. Let me turn my other light on. It's dark. Turn the light away. I mean, that's how dark it is. That's how dark it is out here. Okay. It's about it's a little under 40. I'm gonna say 36, 38 degrees, something like that. Got my little tent all set up. Showed y'all that. Tied that off there to make it more of a A-frame. Hold that just in case the wind blows. Doesn't blow any of my heat out. But got my little fire going. Firewood there. The Duraflame logs work really good. We had a box of them left over, so I grabbed a few of them and the hatchet, and I just been knocking them into 3 pieces and just throw a chunk in there. It works really good. You don't need much firewood at all. Imagine that. But what I wanted to show y'all, check this out now. We're expecting 20s tonight. 25, something like that, 28, somewhere in that ballpark. Let me zip this up real quick. I'll be right back. Sorry. What I wanted to show y'all, check this out. 65, something like that. That was with the door partially open, with the window partially open too. The only heat I've got on in here right now is that. It's just little candle wicks. It's a cookie tent. I put paraffin wax and a bunch of 6 wicks in it, and I've used that thing. This is 10th year or something like that. It works great. I mean, it'll last 2 or 3 years on about $8 worth of paraffin wax. Lasts a long time. I've got the buddy heater, but to be honest, even on low, that thing puts out an insane amount of heat. It'll run you out of here. Even in 20-degree weather, that thing will run you completely out of here in about 10 minutes. They're real good. It's real good to blast heat, that kind of thing, but then go with that from there. Works real good. I don't actually use any heat once I go to bed. Once I go to bed, you see how I've got this set up. I've got my air bed, and this is a real thick king size blanket, and I've got it like sandwiched. You can see it goes under and then flops back over right here. Now I've got right here, I've got one sleeping bag here. These are both, winter. I've got one there. It's, cushion as well. And this one on top. Now this one is nylon inside. The reason you want nylon is so you can twist around inside your sleeping bag, roll around all night long, that kind of thing. And it doesn't tear your bedding all up. If you use the cloth one, you sleep inside the cloth one, every time you move, it tears your blankets up, and you wind up with an exposed leg or arm or whatever, and the idea is to hyper insulate. But once you get inside there, I've got all this will be under me, the sleeping bag will be on top of me, and this big heavy blanket as well. So I don't use any kind of heat in the tent. I mean, it's supposedly pretty safe, but it's called a tent heater. Says right on it, tent heater right on it. I don't trust that stuff. Okay. And even that, it's an open flame in a highly flammable structure. Okay. You're zipped in this thing. So, once it gets bedtime, I turn off all the heat. I warm everything in here real good. If it's real cold, cold weather, you can turn your buddy heater on and heat the tent up in here, heat the air up in here, and fill your bed with warm air, and it'll stay, warmer, a lot warmer throughout the night. It keeps you warm, you keep it warm, body heat, that kind of thing. Makes your night a whole lot easier. But anyhow, I just thought I'd show y'all some of this stuff. You've seen how I set it up outside, around it. We've got double layers. I've got the tent on the inside, and then the big tarp, rubberized tarp on the outside. So we should be good to go. We should be fine. Like I said, we're sitting right around, 65, coming up on 70, and that was with the door open. If I close it, it's a big gaping hole. You close that, it's going to warm up in here quite a bit. But anyhow, I just thought I'd show y'all some of my little gadgets. Some of it modern stuff, some of it hillbilly stuff, a little hillbilly ingenuity in there too. But all right, we're below freezing. Not sure what the temperature is, but it's below 32. That much is for sure. You can see it on the ground, getting all sparkly. I don't know how well you can see it in the camera. But I'm all in my coveralls, all snug and warm. Got me a little fire going. Just hanging out, sipping on coffee. Oh, enjoying. Just thinking, cold or not, people they work all year long, to have little vacations in places like this. Here we are. There's a defender over there. I don't know how we can see it. We're just enjoying the weather, so to speak. Just thought I'd give y'all a little bit more of that. That looks pretty nice, doesn't it? It's way below, well, not way below freezing. It's definitely below 32. I'm going to guess 30, something like that. Not too bad, though. The fire's warm. Got those Duraflame logs. Those work really good. We had a case of them that Heather had left over from one of her trips, so I grabbed a few of them and, just chop them up with the hatchet real quick into 3 pieces, and they work really good. I haven't even, let me turn the light on. I've still got a little bit there, a little bit of firewood there. There's the river, by the way. I don't know how well you can see it. But I'm right by the river still. But anyhow, like I said, it's nice and warm. You know, nice tall flames. You can feel the heat. I've been throwing some of the driftwood, you know, from the water. You know, kind of round it out a little bit, make it last a little longer. But it looks like just those 3 Duraflame logs and this little handful I had right there. It looks like that's going to be plenty. It's probably about 7:30, 8 o'clock right now. I mean, it's dark. I mean, that's what it's like without the light. There's the UTV all frosted over. You can see the frosted windshield from here. But yeah, it's pretty cold. A little bit. Not too cold near the fire. Alright, it's about 8:30. Figured I'd come in and get some more light on. There, that'll help. Anyhow, been out all day outside, you know, since this morning. Figured I'd come in for a while, warm up a little bit. We got my heater going. Heat me up some coffee. Get me some, you know, hot drink. Get me some snacks. Head back out in a minute. Got my fire going, still going outside. It's probably, just guessing, 30-ish outside. It's below freezing. So it's nice and warm in here. Very warm. As snuggle as you could be. Yeah. Now we're ready to go back outside. I didn't track all the dust in. Some of it's leftovers from previous trips. I've had this tent since the 80s. Not the first time it's been cold weather camping, that's for sure. Anyway, check that out. I had some warm coffee there. Just hanging out by the fire, staying warm. You know, it's kind of cool. You know, the biggest obstacle in my life, the biggest thing I'm worried about right now is burning that one little stick in two. I like that. It's about 27, 28, I guess, something like that. I noticed, hang on, let me turn my light on. I noticed my little chair, I don't know how well you can see it, it's got frost on it. So, yeah, it's settling in pretty good now at this point. Where's the side by side? You can see the frost on it real good. Yeah, there he went. Congratulations. Nice out. I'm enjoying this. This is really nice. Just sitting around sipping on hot coffee, hanging out by the fire. It's a little after 11. Just hanging out in my tent. And had dinner and all that. Hung out by the fire. Figured I'd come in and warm up a little bit, get the tent all warmed up, get the bed warm before I go to bed. Like I said, that thing right there, that puts out way too much heat. You couldn't leave that on in here. It would run you out. I like the little candle heater thing better for, you know, that sort of thing. Like I said, it's just wicks with paraffin wax. That's all it is. A little homemade thing I made years ago. This is the, I think, second time I refilled it. And it's been camping, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 times. And just barely knocked a dent in the wax. You know, that'll last a long time. But like I said, it's probably about 72. It's a little bit warm in here with coveralls on, actually. Probably be killing the heat here in a second, getting ready to go to bed. Once we go to bed, it's all about hyper insulation. No heat. There won't be any heat on in the tent. I do have, if I get desperate, you know, if I get whatever, I've got my little heated electric vest. You know, just cover your feet if you want to. Probably won't need it. Don't think so. I've done this before. But can't hurt to have it. Figured I'd bring him anyway. All right. Well, anyway, guys, good night, and we'll see you in the morning. I'm going to try to do a little bit of fishing. I'm going to get up in the morning. I don't think I'm going to do any good. You know, I'll just be honest. It's really late in the season. But yeah, why not? We're here. We got the poles. We got the bait. We got the fly poles. We may as well go try a little bit, right? Get up early and go do it. Should be nice and frosty in the morning too. Okay, I got some coffee on, heating up. Get that going. It's starting to warm up a little bit. As soon as that gets ready, we're going to put some water on, fix some breakfast. Today, I'm having for breakfast their adventure meals. It's shredded potatoes, scrambled eggs, sausage, peppers, and onions. And they're real easy to do. You just heat up a cup and a half of water to boiling, tear the top off, pour the water in, and stir it. There's a Ziploc right here, a zipper, you know. You tear the top off, you put your water in there and zip it. And let it sit for 5 minutes, stir it, let it sit for 5 more, and your breakfast is ready. Simple as that. So, we'll see how this one is. The other one, the one was pretty good. So, you know, we'll give them a shot again. I liked it. Oh, pay attention here. Coffee's about to boil over. I think. Okay, got my coffee done. Took some out of the cold coffee and put it in the hot coffee and cooled it down just a little bit. Check this out. I'm going to show y'all something. This is what this stuff looks like before you add the hot water. Just a little piece of potato, completely dehydrated, has zero weight whatsoever. I mean, you literally can't feel any weight at all in this stuff. It's light as a piece of paper. That's a little piece of sausage. I'm going to try a piece dehydrated. Tastes like sausage. Hard. Tastes like sausage, though. Anyway. As soon as the water gets boiling, you dump it in there, zip it up, and give them about 5 more minutes, and we'll be having breakfast. Pretty easy, huh? A lot easier than doing that the other way. I thought I'd show y'all one thing, you know, before we moved on. These little stoves right here, and a lot of y'all, well, me too, you know, used to using the old 2-burner, you know, the Coleman stoves, uses propane or whatever. Even the old Coleman oil ones, you know, the 2-burners. This right here, this little Coleman here, I got this at Walmart for, I think, $29. Works really good. It uses butane. You just put the can in there and push this to lock it in place. Turn the dial and you're done. It's instant fire, instant on. Heats water really fast. This has only been on about maybe 5 minutes, if that. So, you know, it's good flame underneath there. I like it. They're real handy. It's a handy little thing. It's not so big either. A little tiny thing. Has a little case that goes in too. For $29, man, you can't beat that. The big propane ones now, they're 60, 70 bucks nowadays. That's $29, and it's a lot smaller. It's a lot easier, cheaper. Duh. Okay. She's all ready. Still steamy. You can see little bites of potato and sausage. And I'm not sure what those are. Those are potatoes as well. I'm not really sure what those are. Looks good, though. It has, you know, no artificial colors or anything like that or flavors, so it's, you know, really stuff, you know. So we'll give it a try and see how it is. It's hot. That's all it is. Oh my God, that is really good. It's surprisingly good. It was a real quiet night, except for a couple coyotes. I got my little view open. Check it outside. Had a bunch of coyotes last night. I don't know, chasing a rabbit or something. I don't know what they were after. They come just booming up behind my tent. They couldn't see me, you know, I'm in here behind, you know, tarp and all that stuff. Rabbit or whatever it was ran by the tent. There come the coyotes, just raising all kinds of hell about 3 o'clock in the morning. Shut up! They scattered. They just thought, oh my God, this is not a rabbit to be trifled with. They took off in all different directions. A rabbit's plan worked. Anyway, I'm gonna have a little breakfast, hang out a while, and I guess start packing up here in a little while, headed back home. Appreciate y'all coming along. Hope you enjoyed some of it, you know. Beautiful place. Beautiful place. Anyway, I'm just sitting there chilling. Got my little foot warmer going. Not that cold, but, you know, why not? It's right there. Free. I already paid for it. So I figure why not? Anyway, it's nice in here now. It's probably about 75. Real comfy. But anyway, I'm going to have some breakfast and get loaded up. Still icy from last night. And it's about, well, 9:30, 10, something like that. I overslept a little bit more than I intended to, but it was just very comfy. What can I say? The frost is starting to melt, so we're probably, I don't know, 33, 34, something like that. But there's still ice. You can see it, you know, right there. But it got a little bit cool. Not on, you know, not on me. I mean, obviously it got cold last night. It got below freezing. 25-ish, something like that was what they had predicted. But the only thing that got cold was my feet just a little bit. You know how when you, you know, roll over on your side, you kind of curl up into a little ball? And then when you lay on your back and straighten out, you push your feet down into where the cold blankets are. It takes about 5 minutes to warm back up. Other than that, I didn't have any cold, you know, didn't get cold at all. It was just snug as a bug. Real nice and warm, cozy as can be. Real nice. Nice little trip. A lot of people think you can't camp in the wintertime, but you most certainly can. You just have to do certain things a little bit different, that's all. That's the only catch. Duraflame logs, those things worked awesome. I mean, they're like $20 for a whole crate of them. Heather had a bunch of them left. And I just grabbed 3 yesterday as I was leaving and, you know, chop them up with the hatchet. Man, those things work awesome. I had a bunch of that old, you know, old driftwood. It doesn't hardly burn. Doesn't burn very well. You put that stuff on a Duraflame log, it'll burn. It burns real good. Just thought I'd mention it. I'll have to remember that. I guess I'll, here in a little while. I was going to do some fishing, but I don't believe I will. I think I'll probably head on home here in a little while. Okay, broke camp, loaded everything up. We are ready to hit the trail. Left nothing but footprints. Well, and a little level spot where the tent was. So, you know, yeah, I did leave that. But I picked up a little bit of trash, you know, millions of bags. You know, it's not like one's going to make a difference, but, you know, leave it better than you found it, right? So we did that. Just one last look how pretty this place is. Just all night long, just water flowing, little babbling brooks, except for the coyotes. You know, they weren't exactly real friendly sounding. So, you know, especially if you're a rabbit. Guys, thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed some part of it anyway. Feel free to subscribe to the page. You know, we'd sure appreciate it. And, you know, try to bring you some more stuff. You know, when the weather gets cold, get some snow on the ground, we'll go do some camping for real. And I'll show you some more tips and tricks and stuff like that, how I go about doing it. You know, a little bit of hillbilly, a little bit of modern. But, you know, like I said, you don't have to give up, you know, all the fun outdoor adventure stuff just because the weather gets cold. You do have to do it a little bit different. That's all. That's the only catch. We'll talk to you guys later. We'll see you next time. Y'all have a great day, and thanks for watching.